Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Charges filed. A Detroit man charged in the death of an Inkster baby. And that does top our news this noon. Thank you so much for joining us. Police say that 22-year-old James Salt Marshall was alone with his daughter as the mother left for work on Friday morning. That afternoon, the infant was found unresponsive and she died at the hospital on Sunday. It is alleged that Salt Marshall sexually abused this child and subsequently killed her by causing head trauma. Today, he appeared for an arraignment on charges of felony murder, child abuse, and criminal sexual conduct. Very troubling story. The Supreme Court this morning blocked General Motors' bid to block hundreds of lawsuits over the deadly ignition switch defect. GM's appeal argued that the suits should be barred because of the previous bankruptcy claim by the automaker back in 2009. But the court threw out the appeal, saying that the plaintiffs were not properly notified of the defect prior to the bankruptcy. The hundreds of suits together are believed to be worth billions of dollars. And breaking news out of Troy, where police are investigating a bank robbery at the Citizens Bank on Big Beaver Road. The robbery took place sometime earlier this morning. Police have not released descriptions of a suspect or a possible vehicle that they're looking for. No injuries have been reported, but we are continuing to monitor the developments with that investigation. And we'll keep you updated in later newscasts as well as immediately on clickondetroit.com. Meanwhile, we are also following breaking news out of Detroit, where trial has just begun for the accused serial rapist Ike Smith. The 32-year-old Redford Township man is back in court now, accused of sexually assaulting multiple women, all over Metro Detroit in crimes that date back to 2011. Smith is charged with first and second degree criminal sexual conduct, home invasion, and assault. The cases are in Allen Park, but also Dearborn Heights, Inkster, and Redford Township. Opening statements are underway now, so we'll keep you updated on today's developments. An arrest has been made in connection to a fire that happened early this morning in Southfield at the Regal Apartments on Franklin Road. Police say that 32-year-old man is from Southfield. He is now in custody. No other details have been shared. The fire started around 5 o'clock this morning on the first floor in one of the buildings in this massive complex's mailbox area. About 90 people had to be evacuated early this morning. A handful retreated for smoke inhalation. Several families could also be displaced as a result of the fire. And we do have an update on a story Local 4 first brought you last week. The driver of the SUV that struck a motorcyclist and then crashed into a house on East Huron River Drive in Rockwood last Tuesday has died from his injuries. 25-year-old Joshua Davenport died early today. Investigators point to alcohol and high speed as factors in the crash. The motorcyclist struck by the SUV is recovering. No one inside the house was hurt. Tension between the U.S. and North Korea grows as North Korea is threatening to sink a U.S. aircraft carrier. They have also detained another American citizen. Kelly Kobiea explains from Seoul.
College student Otto Warmbier, businessman Kim Dong-chul, and now an American professor. The North Korean university where he worked says his name is Tony Kim, that he was detained at Pyongyang airport Saturday, leaving the country after several weeks of service teaching, and that his detention is not connected with his work at the university. Another bargaining chip, says former Ambassador Bill Richardson, who's helped free prisoners before and is working on Warmbier's case.
We've been able to deal with the father and the grandfather in the old regime. But under Kim Jong-un, he detains Americans. He's detained 3 now, but we don't know what he wants in return. He doesn't communicate on that level.
Instead, more threats. The regime Sunday warning it's combat ready to sink a U.S. aircraft carrier and threatening Australia with a nuclear strike as Vice President Mike Pence wrapped up a 2-day trip there. The vice president also talking tough.
All options are on the table.
This morning, as the USS Carl Vinson heads toward the Korean peninsula, South Korea says it's talking to Washington about holding joint drills. The region on edge, unsure what North Korea's supreme leader will do next.
There's been a lot of speculation that North Korea could carry out a 6th nuclear test or a missile test as early as this week. China has warned North Korea not to do it. Meantime, a big meeting at the White House today. All 15 members of the United Nations Security Council set to visit. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Meanwhile, U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis made an unannounced trip to Afghanistan this morning. His first visit to the nation as defense secretary comes days after Mattis' Afghani counterpart resigns following a Taliban attack on an Afghani base that killed nearly 200 Army personnel. And just this morning, we're hearing a U.S. military base in eastern Afghanistan was the target of a bombing, which military officials suspect was also tied to the Taliban. Today marks the start of what may be an ambitious week for President Trump's White House as he approaches 100 days in office. The president has meetings planned to discuss growing military threats from North Korea. The nation also needs a new budget by the end of this week on Friday, or the government will run out of money. The White House wants Democrats to support a plan to continue some Obamacare plans in exchange for support for a wall and the funding for it on the Mexican border.
As long as the president's priorities are adequately reflected and there's enough as far as flexibility for the border wall and border security.
It's a political stunt, an obsession for the president that should not shut down our government.
If we can meet him and keep our values, we'll do it. But we're not going to just move way over.
The president is also working to advance plans this week for health care reform and starting a major tax reform program as well. The Wayne County Treasurer's Office has extended a special program and is aimed at reducing interest rates for homeowners in risk of foreclosure. Local 4's Coco McAvoy spoke with Wayne County officials and joins us now live. Coco, how many homes are at risk of foreclosure and who can take advantage of this?
So, Rhonda, right now there are more than 12,000 properties at risk of foreclosure, and about half of them are occupied. So officials hope that people take advantage of this program to fix this concern.
This is an effort that has been going on for years, and we're starting to see some real results now.
Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri is talking about the interest rate reduction program. Within just 2 years, nearly 50,000 Detroit families facing foreclosure used the program to keep their homes.
But it's critical for the growth of the county and the revitalization of the city and the county. We need people to stay in their homes.
Here's how the program works.
It allows the taxpayer to reduce their interest on delinquent taxes from 18% to 6%. It also allows taxpayers to put multiple years of delinquency into one payment plan.
Taxpayers like Alicia Strong, who owns a restaurant downtown and got behind on her property taxes.
Being an entrepreneur, you forget sometimes about those things, especially with the day-to-day. And the day-to-day being every day.
Strong enrolled in the program and says now
I'm able to breathe because that payment isn't so high and it's due monthly instead of one big chunk because I forgot about it.
Officials say more than 500 people have already signed up for the program since they extended it early this month, and they're encouraging more to do the same.
This is not a time to lose your house.
And the extension of this program runs through June of 2019. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
Let's get over to Brandon and talk about the forecast. And one thing we can see clearly is that there's plenty of sun out there.
I'm the hero today.
Yeah, no complaints.
I'll take it. But it's going to be a nice sort of early summer-like week ahead. Look at that. Beautiful blue sky. We're looking down at Belle Isle. The walleye are coming out of Lake Erie, heading up toward Lake Huron. It's a good time to be out there on the lake or river today. 63 degrees, an east wind at 8 miles an hour. And that does play a little bit on the forecast or into the numbers today, as these winds are either going to be northeast or east, and it keeps folks on the east side just a little bit cooler. Also pouring in drier air, so these clouds out to the west are struggling to get in here. You see tons of sunshine in the forecast for today. So 63 degrees now, on our way to 68 by 2 o'clock and a high around 70. We're just getting started. Who's ready for 80 coming up?
What? I'm ready. Still to come. Moving forward, a Civil War Confederate memorial dismantled. Which state is trying to move beyond a painful past? Plus, local connection. Fox News commentator Sean Hannity of sexual harassment. He's been accused. We'll give you more on exactly who is accusing him and of what coming up. Plus, breaking news this morning as a Detroit man is charged with the sexual abuse and murder of his 8-month-old daughter. He is expected to appear in court for arraignment today. And the other breaking news story that we are following for you this morning is the U.S. Supreme Court blocking General Motors' bid to throw out hundreds of lawsuits relating to the faulty ignition switch lawsuits that are expected to be worth billions of dollars. The other breaking news we're following is out of Troy, where a bank robber is on the run after robbing this Citizens Bank on Big Beaver Road. The robbery happened earlier this morning. No injuries have been reported. Police have yet to release descriptions of a suspect or even a possible vehicle involved that they're looking for. But when we get more, we will pass it on to you. We'll be right back.
Surprise her up.
Welcome back, everybody. Detroit area film critic and political commentator Debbie Schlussel has accused Fox News commentator Sean Hannity of sexual harassment. Schlussel says that Hannity repeatedly asked her to visit his hotel room during a Detroit visit when he was broadcasting his show. Hannity calls the accusation, quote, 100% false and a complete fabrication. Meanwhile, commentator Bill O'Reilly, fired last week from Fox News under a shadow of sexual harassment allegations, returns to a media spotlight today. His own spotlight, in fact. O'Reilly's No Spin podcast returns tonight. It's available to paid subscribers to O'Reilly's personal website. A Civil War Confederate memorial was dismantled overnight. This happened down in New Orleans. The monument taken down honored a group that tried to overthrow a biracial Reconstruction government. Other monuments honoring Confederate generals are also slated for removal. Crews wore military helmets and bulletproof vests because of threats against the monument's removal. Former President Barack Obama is speaking publicly for the first time since leaving the Oval Office. Right now, Obama is delivering his first public remarks at the University of Chicago. And you are looking at live pictures right now of some pretty excited kids to have this opportunity. The former president's highly anticipated public appearance comes 3 months after taking time for vacation and avoiding the political spotlight. You can watch this speech live right now at clickondetroit.com. He's talking about community activism, getting out and getting involved in the political process. So pretty fortunate audience there. Still to come, tracking troubled waters that are rising down south where this weather trouble is brewing. We know one thing, it's not anywhere up here, Brandon. It's nice.
We had ours last week, right? Share the wealth. While temperatures are very mild across much of the country, while our neighbors to the north dealing with cold, we are going to be heating up. We'll talk about your 7-day forecast, any rain chances, pollen, allergies. We've got you covered next.
Oh, it's the interview talk of the town right now. Coming up today on an all-new Ellen, J-Lo talking music, acting, and romance with A-Rod.
Let's talk about Alex. I'm very excited for you.
Oh, my
God. Look, you're barely under the umbrella. He's holding it for himself.
Good to be there, yeah.
You're about to get poked in the eye with one of those.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, what a gentleman.
Wow, don't they make a hot couple? The multi-talented NBC star opens up about her new boyfriend, the former New York Yankee, Alex Rodriguez, and shares what happened on their first date. Ellen also has apparently a big surprise for J-Lo, so we'll see what that is. Plus, Chief Operating Officer of Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg, is going to stop by the show, so you definitely want to watch it. It's today at 3, followed by Local 4 News first at 4. Meanwhile, let's get over to Brandon. Parts of Charleston, South Carolina are underwater today as this slow-moving storm. The system, Brandon, continues to dump heavy rains to the region.
Yeah.
It looks really bad down there.
It is, and it's very slow-moving, and some of that moisture is coming our way in the form of clouds tomorrow, but several downtown streets in the Charleston area have been closed with many stalled out vehicles abandoned along the roadways. More bands of those showers and storms are expected to pass through the Charleston, South Carolina area again today. Well, that storm system also brought rain to help block the spread of wildfires in central and southwestern Florida. The fires had burned more than 6,000 acres and caused many evacuation orders for thousands of homes. But an inch of rain fell over the weekend and those evacuation orders were lifted. Man, nasty stuff. All right, let's take a look at our forecast. Looking good here. It's funny, a lot of times when it's not so good here and beautiful everywhere else, we have been on the lucky side of things. And the weekend was nice. We continue the trend. 63 degrees right now at Metro and Ann Arbor, 62 Pontiac and Adrian. East-northeast winds aren't real strong, 5 to 12, but enough to create a little bit of a cooling on the east side and especially along the lakeshore of Lake Huron. Allergy report, the pollen counts in trees and mold are high. My buddy Paul Gross said, why do you even show mold? It's always high. Well, the trees anyway, it's the birch, cottonwood, and maple trees that are creating a majority of the problems for you allergy sufferers. So we'll have to deal with that for a good part of the weekend, probably beyond. You know the drill. 70 degrees today, not quite as warm as that, again on the east side, but close, and the sunshine really helps, so it doesn't matter much. 44 degrees overnight with increasing clouds. We don't have any increasing clouds for today, but the system that we mentioned over the southeast, just again, training very, very slowly. The moisture end of this is going a different direction, but the cloud cover is going to start filling in as we head through the overnight hours. Tomorrow, not as nice as what we're seeing here today. Beautiful. Watch the timeline here overnight. Model even tries to throw a couple of spritzes or sprinkles at us early tomorrow morning. I think most of us are dry, but the cloud cover will be a much different look to things tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be very similar with a little warm front coming in. Severe weather radio event happening on Wednesday, and that is our warmest day of the week, near 80 degrees. We're going to be at the Meyer in Westland. Look forward to seeing you out there on Wednesday, and that will be the eve of some shower and storm chances on Thursday.
All right, Brandon, still to come, we have news of an accident along I-75 that has all the northbound lanes closed north of I-696. We'll have an update for you on that right after the break.
Replay song.
Welcome back, everybody. We do have that breaking news for you out of Madison Heights. Take a look at this. I-75 northbound. All the northbound lanes are blocked right now at 11 Mile. At this time, traffic is able to get by, but only on the shoulder. So the backups are getting worse and worse. It's unclear when the accident will be cleared away. Meanwhile, let's talk about pets and dogs. Always makes us happy.
Yes.
Well, if you hear a report about yoga class with dogs, you might think, oh, those trendsetters in California probably thought of this
Of
one.
course. Well, maybe really it's from those in Missouri. Kansas City, actually, a yoga studio in Kansas City invited participants to bring their four-legged friends, and they call it Dogga.
Or Doga. The doggy yoga class was actually a fundraiser for an animal rescue group. So a creative idea, but not something that you can experience all the time. Thanks for being with us, everybody, for Local 4 News at noon. Don't forget, 75 northbound at 11 Mile, all northbound lanes blocked. Woodward might be a better option.
Or just get on your bike.
Yeah,
Walk
enjoy
it
the
out.
sunshine, everybody.